It's now time. Need to focus up. Sure, I'm dressed a bit at least. Chief Lao G present. I think I can go ahead and now. As usual, please let me know if I'm coming in too high, too low, whatever the case is, I can go ahead and fix it. Congratulations, I'll get unfettered curls right. And now you. Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Sergeant Killer Snow, and today we are going to be exactly what you behind me, exactly what we were doing on Friday night. Continuing with our creation of a game that we hope to bring to creation at some point called Dreadlight Dreamlight. And just think, just that's basically. So, when we left off, we had just kind of finished getting parts of our enemy state machine coded. And by that, I mean we have a live scene where I go ahead and bring myself down to this corner. Angle, from over in that corner. And then I'm going to have the Visual Studio above me, which is going to be our scripting software and our debugger. So what I currently have open there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different states for our enemy, as well as the actual like state machine script, and of course the enemy state abstract script. Just what each uses and basically used as a converter from like the type of script that they are to. Don't worry about it. Complicated. At least to explain. I don't know how hard it was to explain that. We have our top-down controller also open in there because I was trying to find a solution to one annoying exception being thrown, because part of the reasons, one of the parameters of our project here is that we can't have any errors being thrown, but I'm not sure if you would necessarily count a null exception as an error. But and the thing is that the null exception that it's throwing, I kind of can't get rid of. It's crazy. It's crazy because it's about rotation, and whenever I get rid of it, my code just kind of breaks and it won't let my character move at all. Yeah, because it's I recycled the code that was for my initial 3D scripting third-person character, sorry, first-person visual character type thing, where you know your camera is locked to the middle, like you move your mouse and it's going to be the center of your cursor is your center of your camera. So that's what I used to have it at, and if I put our main camera on there now, which is our top-down camera, it's obviously going to ruin everything, because then our camera is literally moving with our player. And I tried putting a dummy camera on there. That didn't work either, because even though I put the draw modes to like have our top-down camera be the priority, which worked, and we were able to do that, it changed the way that our character was moving. Not in a way that was completely broken that we couldn't like work with it, but in a way that didn't feel intuitive to what we currently have. So I didn't want to have an awkward feeling, because no one enjoys like trying to move and moving feel, you know? I did just a tad too much talking. Needed to down a sec. If it looks like I'm shifting like all over the place, it's because so my floors when they read them, they put in these floors that kind of have a texture. The look of it kind of simulate the feel of wood, and I don't like it. I don't like the feel of it, rather. And I don't know that. I know that that's just a personal thing, especially since I typically wear shoes. I have indoor shoes. I don't like being slammed my toes too many. But all that said, hang on. All right. So, slam my foot too many times. I wear indoor shoes. Or weird ridges, don't like it. So it was also causing my chair to kind of get stuck in weird ways. My casters on my chair. So I went ahead and got one of those, you know, floor protector thing that you roll your chair on. It's one of those office floor protectors because they want to protect all of their assets. And also because they just put this floor in, I didn't want to damage it, right? Made sense. For some reason, I still wind up getting dips and like divots in this thing from like sitting in one position too long, and then my casters, even if I'm not like, if I didn't like wear a slight for the casters to like sit and nestle into, there's just certain points where the casters refuse to rotate, and they'll be like, no, I am rigidly going to be this way, so you need to like back up, rotate me out, make me spin a few times, so that way I loosen up and remember that I'm an omnidirectional caster kind of deal, and then I'll go where you want me to go. It's a whole thing. It's what I have to do. It's what I have to deal with, and eventually when I get fed up with it, that's when I wind up hitting the button and we start standing, and they screw sitting down. I need to stand and deliver. One last introductory thing here. And then we can proceed with our task, which doesn't seem as daunting as it did earlier today, because I was doing a game design document up until like an hour and a half ago, and then I stopped for dinner, finished up dinner, got ready for this, and we're technically the stream is still technically working, still developing. Oof. Wild. I still want to play some Dead by Daylight real quick. If I get enough of this done, I might be able to do that. Might. We have a few contingencies to put in place. We have a few enemies to put down. And then we have to maybe possibly getting our next level kind of started. Okay. Now we can go to our live screen. And I'm gonna have to move. I see. Grab mine captions. That box. Caption. Here again. Wait them right there. Just so that way they're kind of off from our hierarchy here. Not that important, but a little bit view space as possible. In fact, oh wait, I can actually do one more thing. One more thing, Jackie. Two more Gui fight these out. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Alright. That's fine, I guess. It'll do. So, oh, I also have my trap pulled up. That's right, I have to make... Alright. Wow, wow, wow. That's gonna be my stressor for this coming week. I knew there was something. I knew there was something that I was like, I know there's still like one more challenging thing that I have to get done, and it's gonna hit me at the wrong time. And that was it. That was it right there. All right, let's make sure that this is still functioning the way that it was earlier. I'm very excited about it. Yes. Yes. Continue moving. Oh. You should no longer. There you go. So, there you go. Now you're bold again. The bold, bold man. Oh. Okay, now we go again. It's all good. It's all fine. Maybe put another right around here, and then we go. Oh. All right, so we know that the exit's over here. Let's go ahead and double back, make sure that we can... make sure that we can have an interaction with our enemy whenever we get close enough. You know, I could technically sprint it. So that way I can get there faster and we can test this interaction a little bit quicker. But I have time. To do things. So we're gonna do things my way. Alright? Alright. And then it goes and starts up again. It's still chasing me. What if I get... Oh, yeah. And it's even going back to its regular patrol point? Hell yeah. And it's reversing the work order again. That's beautiful. That's a lovely thing. So I think we can actually go ahead and stop now, and we can go ahead and put some more enemies in. Ugh. One. Three. I'm like three. I want to do. There isn't. Unless. Hour of the YouTube dash. Yeah. Buzz. Trying to do. Doing. Right, I know what I was trying to do. I was trying to put a mark. Live. In live control room. That's what I'm trying to find. Wonderful. Finally, it let me get here. Whole reason I tried to get to one spot so that way I could add it. Goddamn. Absolutely. Close that up too many. Alright, cool. So we are going to go ahead and we prefabbed this enemy. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. So let's see how this works. We're going to drop our next little pinky buddy right there. Make sure that you are presentable. Bonsoir enemy. Alright. You are also both still... yeah. Let me... and this thing... change the mesh from a capsule to a cube. And then we also want to add a box collider and get rid of the capsule collider. I wanted a boxy enemy. Capsules have too many curves. I couldn't bring myself to hurt the curvy. Wait, what? Trying to keep all the, like, mostly useless empty scripts. Not useless empty, they have stuff in it, but they don't have anything that I pop variables into in the editor. So no point in me having them collapse just to look at the full name of it, right? Just to say, you know, hey, the script that's loaded is exactly what the name is right here. That's wild, isn't it? No need for it. Why are the lights not... is it a part of the state machine to find it? I don't think so. Wait. No, did I? Did I put it in initialize? No, there's no way I did that. It would have been way too friggin' annoying. I only have a check to make sure that they're there. That is a sneaky trick. Oh wait, no, this is the okay, that's why. I understand. Oh, I understand. I was about to have quite the panic. I very stupidly thought this was like the specific NPC that I had already coded and everything out there. It's not. It very much so is not. We are fine. We are fine. These guys definitely will have 50 health to start. I was going to do something else with that, as in when they're below 5 or when they're at like 5 health, they will ignore the light because they're too scared of dying, and then they'll just probably get nuked by the light at that point. But that's, you know, a little extra functionality I can sprinkle in at the end. That's not a relevant, important thing right now. Oh, navigation visualization is not available in prefab edition. No. That's crazy. Where is, I need to change your base color. Yeah, you need to start off bold. Yes. Or I think starting off there is okay. That's the color I chose for running. So basically that means that they are either running towards the player, like they're searching for the player, or they are... oh no, wait, no. Pink is the searching for the player. If they are searching for health, or if they are trying to escape, they are going to be this running color. So I figure they can start off as the running color, because they will ultimately always... or, you know, our players could be merciful and avoid them. Depends on how they want to play. But I think starting off with this color is fine, especially given the color-changing nature of our game here, and without me having like actual models for things and ways to differentiate besides like basic RGB colorations and emissives. I think I'm doing the best I can. And oh, can only be called on an active agent. Oh yeah, that does happen once or twice, which is unfortunate. But this also happens once or twice, where it doesn't realize that the enable is working. But it happens. The reference not set to an yeah, null reference for the terrified state. That was the first initial terrified state, and then it just did. It always does. It always does ignore the first set of lights. I'm not sure why. But from that point on, it definitely go to my state machine. Well, I'm in my state machine. Current state. Shared equals. Just to make sure. Just to really kick that off. Set our patrol. We check distances. We check the light states. Our coroutine for checking the light state, which is find all references. Oh, there it is. Derp. It was such a quick jump. Holy crap. I put it almost 200 lines away from where it was needed. That's crazy. Or rather, it was coded 200 lines after its call. But that doesn't change anything. So for an infinite loop, why? Well, do we even need this for? Check on something real quick and fast. Have a separate one. For redundancy check. Get a second opinion. Good. It kind of similar, congruous, if you would. We're going to change this from a for to a while. It's going to say while true. That should still be semantically correct. And it's not spitting in my face about it, so we might be right. Thank you, co-pilot. I only get 3 prompts on that thing. I think it's like every day or every other day. I don't know. I don't check it enough. I typically freeball most of the code, and then I go over it like later once I'm burnt, after I've burnt out, and like I don't know what's broken, what's missing. I'll back at it later, and then when I come back at it, I spot a bunch of stuff that I was like doing extra redundant, and it was messing with stuff. So I'll go ahead and I'll take care of it myself. But in the process of doing that, I've started to get like almost too nitpicky about things. And I'm like, do I technically need to have this that way? Is there another way that I could write this, that I could code this, where it just looks more in line, more alike, more uniform? If it were. No. Might know a thing or two about a uniform. Also gonna reduce this search range to a 6.5. 5 felt too short, but I think 7.5 felt a little too long. It was going through the walls and grabbing at me, so keeping the attack distance like this is good. Because it's enough of a range that it comes out from the body of the enemy, so it would basically be as if they had a weapon. And these, we technically don't need all these elements, but I'm afraid that if I change this prefab now, it might mess with the one that I currently already have, so I can literally just change that number whatever I want, whenever I want. And we are going to go ahead, go back, accept. So, next step, now that we've done that, we have this. Oh no. You still have, you do. Why don't we, I just delete you. How about that? Wait, why do you also? Oh. My bad. I judged that one too harshly. That's not a tit box. That is the nav mesh. That's the nav mesh agent interaction. Oh my god, my camera was very quick for trying to be that close up, trying to do stuff. Okay, so game looks much smaller from a distance, but like if we were in third person, in first person, like I initially was gonna do, we'd be like, oh, what's going on here? Oh no, enemy. But it would also be a much well, it would be a longer experience, but it would also be much harder to navigate because it would be like a real maze experience. I don't think I'd have the time to designate where the path is out for every time I want. But you need path. Path important. So we made a prefab of base path. Base path now here. Rotate that. That back. Gonna get the path node. That closer. And now we do the thing. So the whole thing about this particular patrol system that we've set up, it's based off waypoints. Sorry for the rotations and stuff. It's just me kind of calibrating with the way my brain's working now. Trap is armed, is assigned, but its value is never used. Trust me, it will be. Eventually. Okay, so we have this path node. Oh yeah, that's right. We have to do things not the Unreal way. We duplicated. Duplicate again. Get there, just so that way there's a slight delay right there. And then another one. Go right there. Nice and close. Okay, so these path nodes right here, they are going to be with our enemy right here. Not like with, we're not attaching them like that. This guy needs to know who the boss is, and by that I mean it needs to know who its lights are. Enemy. Red light. Green light. You need 4 elements. Transform 1. 3 and 4. Agent and enemy Ren, which is renderer, enemy renderer. Those are both going to be acquired via the script itself. Oh yeah. And let's see. More. The health should be. Yes. The health script also automatically acquires the enemy state machine, so we don't need to worry about that as well. Our color schemes should automatically assign themselves from the moment that they start changing. Yeah, I think it's ready. All right. Wait a minute. Something else that I could add in the code here real quick. Yes, but we're going to do this. Hide in. There you go. So we don't want the player or anyone else, honestly. It shouldn't be an option to adjust here. To have that, you know what? I should honestly hide the enemy state machine thing and the enemy health script as well, since I'm apparently taking care of some script hygiene. Let's go ahead and make sure the health is obviously something that we want to leave available for editing. But enemy state machine is not something that needs to be manually input. That's grabbed by the code. So, live by the code, die by the code. Hide that in the inspector. Fine. Close out the health script. We are not really doing anything with that. Also, if we wanted to deal damage to our enemies, we could just spam Q. Wait a minute. I can make sure if other compare targets. Yeah. Yeah. We are gonna have to check that. I forgot about that. I never set the health item out. Prefab of a game object sphere. We're gonna need to also go into materials. We're gonna create a color. Crap. I spaced on that. That's the wrong thing. Going to duplicate default layer. And we're going to rename this to health. Maybe this berry lime green. Need a color that will somehow stand out amid the rest of the be frank, the insanity of the red and the green. So advance that, and if I do this, that, and also might have to increase smoothness on this. Make it half metallic. Can't do much else for this global illumination. Let's try that. I guess. Get rid of the specular highlight though. Ooh, wait. We get rid of reflections. It'd be wild. Drop that right on that sphere. Now we're gonna need to create a tag. Add tag. We're gonna name that health. Now this lovely, lovely sphere is considered health. We're also going to make sure that it is a trigger on its sphere collider instead of an actual like collision collider that'll stop anyone that comes in contact with it. Oh god. I know where I'm gonna tuck those I know where I'm gonna tuck these into. Oops. Sorry. Hiccups. Put that right there. Your health is low, you are going to run for this one. I'm gonna name this health. Health ball. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Prefab? Of course. Why not? Prefab everything. Everything is prefabable. Prefabable. I feel like I was talking like one of that one particular race from Final Fantasy 10? 2. It was 10 and 10-2. Ride the shoe puff. Anyone that played 10 and 10-2 immediately had like practically PTSD flashbacks. Let's. So our paths do go ahead and say where they are, thankfully. Question is where to put. I thought I knew where I was going to put the health. I knew where I was going to put it for that one, but like for this one, I have no idea. Perhaps in the middle of his patrol path. Right there. I feel like it's an okay spot. Reasonable. Just like not here in the completely unreachable. It's just dying on the other side of the wall, banging on it like, no, no, the lights, the light. That was actually really good that I turned my face up and it got really bright because that's actually hella bright. Okay. Next. Going to... That's right, I can't do the old method. Can't do that method. And I think I'm going to want to put this one right here. More like right there. Yeah. Because there's gonna be an enemy. We're not gonna rotate you. Don't need to be rotated. You're perfect, you hear me? Green light. Red light. Let's see how many path nodes you actually... Huh? Base path. Drop that right there. Hold up. Get it. Wait. Wait. Negative 180. Fine. Close in a little bit. Lock in a lot of it. Should be able to get through there, right? You ain't too... Yeah, you fine. You good. Maze is having a few spots to get stuck on. Not sure if I want to leave that in as design or not. Because obviously not staying as... How many problems I have with that in Dead by Daylight? Randomly getting snagged on a tiny little bag of... Oh, whew. I was about to get heated really quick. I was about to Krakatoa. Bad mood bears all over. Base path will now be the path of pain. Go here. I'm gonna put a health pack in there. I won't forget. Famous last words, but I won't forget. Sneaky, let's do it. Nah. Mind. Grab path node 3, move it over here. Decided to be a better person about it. We'll duplicate to path node 5. Go that far. And the health ball. Right. I should also make those, we need to make the amount that they heal, modifiable. Add amount to health, void, update health, if health is, less than a if game object, yeah, fine, else enemy escape true, right, void on click, enter, and right, update health, right, that's the value that we need to put right there. So we want that to be a public value, so we're going to do public int heal set that at it's the base 10 right now. And then we're going to update health here with heal. Yes. And it destroys the health. Alright, cool. But I also want my player to be able to capitalize on this as well. So, go into our scripts and we're going to open up our imported health script. And by imported, I mean I coded it in a different project, in my little Tinkertown project, technically. What I call it. It's 100% honest right there. Nose Tinkertown. There it is. See? Last modified 12 days ago, because 12 days ago is when I was going through and ripping all the pieces and components that I knew I wanted to put into this to start with. And I was already working on it, and then like I was working on it in various different things and like expanding different ideas that I was learning in the modules, and then I was like, oh, I could just do my final. Let me rip everything to one solid thing now and actually like commit to making these things work together. And I'll be honest, without the code provided by the module as a base for me to work off of, I'd have lost my absolute mind trying to figure it all out. Although I do feel like my my state machine is getting a little chonky, but that's that I can do right now. And the size and girth of that script alone is probably why they kind of skip their first pause phase of light. I love how I'm adding in all this and I haven't even tested the second one. I'm a madman. I'm gonna go ahead and get another health ball. That right there. Get another one for right there. Should be right around there. Reachable by enemy and player alike. Yes, I should also... I guess. Hey, oh, that's a big old cube. No, it's not. It's tiny. We'll fix that. That's right. Expand. Enhance. Too much? Could be. Could very well be. Let's do that instead. Materials. Perfect. Perfect. And we duplicate that divider. We slap that on the other side, because this was really the offending side. This was the side begging for exploitative jumps, skips. But now everything looks fine. Betting that means that I could flatten out the terrain there. Let me click on said terrain. Save, just in case. Doing a couple of things at once because I shouldn't take my. I legit was about to rationalize just going ahead and taking a half dose, but that wouldn't even take effect for like an hour, which would be at 10, and then I'd be like way too focused and energetic. The ability to flatten it out. Likely. Jesus. Good lord. Where's the strength on this thing? I'm like, alright, come out through here, right? Much. Reasonable strength? Flatten that out now. If I just this size big again, I probably that. It doth not invert itself. I don't know why I was thinking that it would. Alright, cool. Probably because I was thinking about it like an actual 3D modeling program where it would just keep on going because it's in a virtual space. Probably that. Alright. I made my path. We need to rebake our navigation mesh. All that seems to be good. I'm gonna need to put a box trigger over here. Yeah, it'll have to be an empty for now. And on this empty, we will put box collider. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Is the season. Look at that. I think for this one, going to do this. Cover this whole area right here. Oh, no, not tall wise. There you go. So this is going to be like the end zone for the player to get to. Player need only enter that zone, and then it should take them to the next scene, which is going to be where the actual like bigger maze will be, and where we'll have more enemies patrolling around. We'll toss on a 5-minute timer for that level, and have that one be a little bit more of an experience. Alright, I don't think I actually set up the third enemy here. So we have base path there, and we have this base path. So enemy 2, yeah, he's not set up yet. I need to set his path nodes to, what is base path 1? 5 path nodes. So 5 path nodes. We go ahead and grab those. Toss them in. We already made sure that it understands which ones are the Dreadlight, what the Dreamlight is, which governs the rest of its logic for when it needs to, you know, be a pansy or not, so to speak. Base health 50. The heal amount for grabbing one of those should be 10. Correct. Now for this health script that I have, that's take damage. Oh, I'm gonna need to make a game over scene too. That'll restart everything. Okay. Or at least that takes them to the start of the game, to the main menu, because I already have the main menu scene, I think. Pretty sure. Excited. Have our health script, and we're going to. What do we have it on the enemy health as? On. Oh, right. On trigger enter. I'm just gonna copy that. Yes, except for these. Doesn't need those. This would be running an update health command that isn't required. Instead, it'll be current health plus equals. No, it wouldn't be a plus. But I don't know why I didn't think of adding a, what do you call it? I didn't think of a healing system initially. So, I'm kind of caught with my pants down. Common. There's no need to like use. Can do it. Oh, so Add amount to yeah, that would be it, huh? Equals was the one. Right, and plus plus is incrementing it, adding just one to it. Learning. Realizing. Making distinctions. So this is going to be current health. I'm brain farting really hard here. Hang on. Undo, undo, undo. Very, very good. That part we don't need to undo. Leave that. Actually grab that update health thing. Because that is actually a really good function to have. Minus this part. I literally just want. Copy that. Enter and do that. And, oh, look at that. It's current health plus equals that amount. Yes. Heal amount. Just the amount. Wait, no, I had to add that. Yeah, yeah, I did. We make that one then. Till I eventually create an actual like healing script for my health balls. There's no. I'm gonna need to make this just a local one. Oh, it made it really local. Perfect. I can just. Private and heal amount at a 10. Actually, we're gonna make it public. I thought better about it. And this one is going to be a hide. Yeah, there you go. Hide an inspector because the player doesn't need to see the current health. Realized. Yep. This. Anything else should work. Yes. That we do. That. Why does this look off? Nail. So that should update our health by heal amount and destroy other game objects. Good. I'm going to go ahead and set this to attach to Unity and play. And before I even have my character involved in trying to hunt down these sources of health, I'm going to make sure that our enemies know how to hunt down these sources of health. So, in order to do that, we need to make sure our enemies get hurt. I just realized something. Hit key down Q, -5. That's what I thought. So I will set all of the enemy health, or one of the enemies, just one. One enemy is going to have 50 51 health. 51 health. And I'm gonna spam the Q button about... Oh. Oh, so many. Terrified, terrified. Oh, because there's multiple enemies now. There's multiple enemies now. That's exactly why it happened. Well. That is shame. One of these guys has the one health. Alright. Let's see if they work. First off, loving that they're going to locations. Why aren't you moving? Second homeboy stopped functioning. Their colors should start updating properly as of this one. Our third guy isn't going. All right, let's we're going to 1 2 4 5. That's 25 health gone. 1 2 3 4 5. One of these guys just got to definitely just got to 1 health because I see it printed. One of them says health search state exited. Yeah, these guys are both in yellow straights right now. But then that means that you should just be going right there then, right? Oh, hold up. The other guy started moving as soon as I, like, spammed it and he's technically dead? What? This is so interesting. There's the patrol. This is enemy 1. Current state. Enemy state is terrified. And then he's on patrol, but he should be in search. Should be in search. Okay. It's a good thing that we decided to check this. Also, we need to set something that, let's see, enemy health. If health. I'm not gonna put it in update health, actually. I'm gonna put it in here. If health is less than or equal to 0, then we are gonna have a little chat here about setting that health exactly 0. Print this string say health. Good eye. Pay attention. All right. We're going to have it print has died. So sad. And then we destroy this game object. Meaning that the game object that the health script is attached to will be destroyed. So that is how our enemies will be defeated. That is how they will get cleaned up off the board. I'm just going to test that real quick before I delve into the problem of why they aren't entering a proper search state, even though they are taking on the search state color. Two of them gone. Are still verified state. Full state. It says that your material is bold, but I can see that it's not. Playing a second one? Wait, you. Oh, you being the right color then. Why do you seem almost yellow on top, though? I thought you were yellow. Just thought of something. Oh. Works for I wanted. Yeah, damn. What is moving all over? Where is this? Where are you anchored? I can't move. Can. Back to. I might need to change this mesh again. Being flat topped is not working. Back to the capsules. That means bye-bye box collider. That. And add the capsule collider. Bring that back up. Right around. Renderers are chilling. And I think I need to go through my colors. Emissive, yes. Reflective and specular. Across the board, let's remove those reflections and emissions. Well, no, the emissions, yes. Specular highlights, reflections, no. By removing these, hopefully we will reduce some of the glare that we get. Black of the terrain is now like going to encompass everything. We're going to leave specular highlights on for our player though. That way our player is hopefully the most shiny noticeable thing. Test. Ooh. Oh. I forgot about that for myself. They're bold and we can definitely tell because they went pure orange. Wait a minute. Yeah, I can't see. I just realized. It's not reflective. It's not reflecting the light. Damn. There we go. That needs to stay. The terrain black needs to still remain specular and reflective. Everything else can have it turned off. Whoops. Oh, wow. So dark. So incredibly dark. Gone. It's at finding health. Health search state exited. And then it never went back into it. Got it. Okay, so the reason that's happening is because the find health search script and everything relating to finding the health isn't accounting for the fact that our enemies are constantly stopping all movement and stopping everything and then returning to patrol mode right afterwards and then like reacting if the player's nearby and stuff like that. So it's just not doing another sweep to check for that health. Because it is done in the update, right? Yeah. Oh, that's for my person. We have it here. Yeah, right. See? So if health less than 3, we're gonna set that into the update of this. And enemy dot is get, yeah, there we go. And it is not try. Correct. So by just adding the double ampersands and saying enemy is scared is exclamation equals true, we're adding the second part as an added parameter. So if our health is less than or equal to 3 and our enemy is not scared. So if scared is not true. Basically saying if you're not scared. Convoluted ways of computer speak, right? But when our enemy is not scared and their health is low, they're gonna go looking for health. Really, should we even have that? Set this to 5. And we're gonna ignore this. Try this again. Cowering in terror. Control states. Gone. Oh, the null reference. A null reference that fired off 663 times? Cowering in Terror, Cowering in Terror. Oh wait, Cowering in Terror and Stops Cowering in Terror are still both firing simultaneously. Bro, our boy is standing on top of that thing. Take a look at this base path. We're going to lift it up a little. Not too. Yeah. In fact, I almost want to get rid of I want to get rid of path node 1. Go to enemy 2. And of course. Five. Set both of those. One. Enemy 1 having 6 health. Just above the threshold for running for health, and 1 button click away instead of 10 from needing to trigger the thing we're trying to test. It makes the most sense. All right. Let's see it happen again. Oh, look. It's actually doing its movement. You should all have stopped moving. Need to have our lights treat our enemies a certain way as well. Oh. I hit that. He's going for it. Wait a minute. Are the others not tagged properly? Because he's going really far for that. Really? What's your current health at then? No, your health is still at 1. But why though? Got it. We're gonna grab all of the balls. Pause. All the health balls are going to be elevated, except for this one actually. Need that one up. And if that's the case, that probably means that the other one that is nearby, like right over here, probably doesn't need it. But I don't know why it didn't go up to it. I am gonna increase the range for their vision, I guess. Either that, or I'm just gonna increase the radius to 0.7 on each. Maybe. Hey, man, what's up? Welcome, welcome. That one's in the floor. 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 Where is my reticle then? Rise. All rise. Cool. Those are up. And I mean, technically, if I just grab all of these now and like bring them up, and then I go ahead and do nav mesh surface bake, and then I go ahead and drop all of those health nodes, they should now no longer be flipping out the nav mesh under them, meaning that the enemy can travel on that spot. That right around there. Did you say I'm going back on Twitch? What? Were you asking if I'm going back on Twitch, or does it say I'm live on Twitch? Later. Oh wait, I'm back on Twitch. Logs now available. Yeah, no, I'm not live. Whew. I haven't touched Twitch in a year. Not since they lied outright. Sorry, not lied outright. Since they went ahead and like cracked down on the inclusion thing on people that even when they weren't affiliated, and then they started charging people to drop out of affiliation. Nah. I had dropped out of affiliation at the right time. Even though I wasn't really doing much with that, I was not. I don't like being confined to one strict thing unless it is my choice to be confined to that thing. And I was enjoying multi-streaming, so that's why I was like, you know what? They're right. I was stepping on toes. I hadn't realized that I wasn't allowed to multi-stream. So once I had realized it, I was like, all right, I pushed enough buttons. I need to commit. So I was just doing it Twitch only. And then I was like, no, I need to see some growth. I need to stop like doing just Twitch because I didn't have anyone. So I was like, all right, screw it. Go to YouTube. Go to Kick. Something. Let's branch out to all of them. Why not? What's holding me back? Affiliation. I stopped the affiliation, and then a couple months later, they were like, oh yeah, so affiliate or not, if you're using our service, point blank period, your content belongs to us. All right, and with that, go fuck yourself. That's when I stopped. And I know that they removed that clause recently, but I don't trust it anymore. I'm not going to go to these people now that they have been slapped on the wrist and slapped across the face for overcharging and all the shady dealings and everything. And now that, you know, these practices are more or less either exposed and no longer rationalized, or they are just like being taken care of, doesn't change the fact that it was a practice, it was something that they intended to do, and that they have, you know, that they stuck with until they literally couldn't. Those were all active choices. It wasn't a mistake that they went ahead and did those things. I put this game object over here, right? I want to go ahead and tag this. We're gonna put a green one on that. We're gonna name this goal. That tag says finish. Excellent. We don't technically have a player start, but I don't think there's kind of thing to... Yeah, no, we should... Cool. So, what did I want to do? I wanted to make our enemies... The penalty damage is 10. We should set our enemies' base health to 11. And now let's take a peek here. Because I had already manually set these guys, it's going off of those values, which is fine. I can just go in and manually reset all of them here. They're all going to be 11 because I want them all to try and find health. I want to see what happens. And I need to like find a way to turn off we're going to turn off those for now. I know that the errors are like kind of important, but I'm trying to see the positive interactions, see what's working first, and then I'll filter through. I'm starting to get overstimulated by the error logs every so often. So let's go ahead and hit play. So we see our characters, they're moving. They should have stopped. They kind of have a slow stop here, like right before their next point, and then that's when they like actually pick up and they start realizing that they should be abiding by the color swap. And I tried to make them into colors that were like plainly visible. Oh man, I just realized that the health pack color is so similar to their scared color. Shit. Okay, I could change it. I know I can. Okay. It's time. Let's injure them. They're all going to start looking for health. Yeah, they're looking for health states, all right. But it seems like they all want to go for the same one, and it doesn't seem to actually work for giving them any health. Okay, so I think that means we need to go into the health ball here. Am I not allowed to see? Okay, yeah, that's right. I'm gonna have to double click and see. Oh yeah, there we go. That'll probably do it. Let's find out. Double click. Y'all are no longer allowed to be bold. Oh, you actually just escaped the maze outright. Right balls, and they're just going straight for the one, the only one. It also feels like some of the lights might be set to 10 seconds. Weird. Also, why does it look like something just happened to my stream? It was weird. Preview window like threw itself out. Alright, you are health ball. You tag health. You also health ball and tag health. You health ball 7. What? Well, where's health ball 1? Where are you? You're that one. Why do none of them want you? Why is this collision not being detected? Right? Let's set this back to 0. 5. That is that is not a trigger, and then we're going to add component sphere is trigger 1. Big ol' radius. Little bit of faith. Nope. All faith gone. I know all faith is gone because all of these prefabs, they should have all reflected that. Yeah, see, they all have the trigger, but they're not. Wait a minute. Yeah, no, your health is still 1, and there it is. There's the thing, which has the trigger and everything there. Like it's there. It's there. What is happening? What isn't happening? Layer are our enemies on. They're also on the default layer. Layer's on a default layer. Alright, what happens if I get hurt and I go up to one of these things then? Let me get rid of these guys. Enemy died, so sad. Oh no, I am injured, right? 90, 80, 70, 60, 50. It all went down. I came into contact with that thing. It got destroyed. But my health remained the same. So at the very least, interacting with me destroyed it. A base of all colliders. Yeah, we run into the collider of another. We hit the trigger collider of another. Because our enemies not have a... I have to do that? Will that do it? Or do I have to... I'm going to leave that one and then I'm going to add a second one that is a trigger. Oh, no, it'll be a sphere. You looking for health? No. Oh, not yet. They're all at 6. Now they should all be at 1. Nope. Still no good interaction there. That is not good. Why still do they go for the same one? Let me move that one and see if they still chase after it. Because that is curious. Enemy health does say that when you hit this amount... Let me get rid of this from the update health value. Since I have it in the update already. Trying to think, but I really can't think of anything else that would necessitate this difference. So first, print when it does that, we are going to print that we have collided. First off, we're gonna break down this this on trigger enter interaction. Like we're breaking it down completely now. So on print or on trigger enter, we are going to print collision enemy collided with something. I'm just gonna say enemy found something. And now here, print enemy found a health pack. And then it'll update the health by the heal amount, set find health to false, and destroy other game. Alright. Let's see what this does. I actually want to... that. See what happens with that. We have our first break there. Oh wow, these are still in there. No, we can turn those off. Okay, have our stops, our breaks that are happening because we have just triggered the health state, and it happened 3 times at least. Got it. I know what's happening. I've now doomed myself to this loop right here. I stop those. Lost a little bit of health so that way I can see about... Yeah, I touch it. There goes, it disappears. The game object's destroyed, but it didn't access my player health script and change that. And those guys are still fighting over the interaction for trying to get it to actually trigger. And by the looks of it, oh yeah, it's constantly just slapping us into the and out of the health search state over and over. But one thing it's not doing is printing out any of those collisions. Our enemies don't detect collision. Like, they are literally all amassed on top of a health pack like it was the fucking Triforce right now. It's crazy. Okay. So, let's hide these now and take a look at these errors, right? By the looks of it, it's the usual things with the Terrified script with this happens because there's no like buffer frame between like the disabling and re-enabling of certain things, so it just will keep on firing off some debug log errors. Actually, I can turn off the debug log errors because I coded those, but the null reference exceptions, I can't turn them off. Which is unfortunate because one of these is pertaining to my camera. Yeah, variable player camera top-down controller not been assigned. Probably need to assign it. The thing is that it changes the way that our movement controllers feel, because it with the camera attached to it, it then defers to the camera for rotation information. So it will rotate our player based off of our mouse, our cursor location. Yeah, I don't like it. But I tied that into most of the script, and it would take too much time for me to go ahead and like redo a thing for this, and I'm not about it. I'm really not. I know that I could look up a simple one and just like kind of copy it. I'm not about doing that either. I'd rather use my work. So here I am, just making do with the null exception for the camera, and everything else seems to be null reference exception set to an object. And this is for the enabling of finding the health state and the terrified state, and it just keeps repeating and repeating. That's fine. 2145. A while ago. Right. So there's a couple things we do here then. Enemy state searches to find us. So we're gonna go ahead and color there, buddy. Or rather, we're gonna use the code that we used on everything, which is going to be enemy.enemy_ren.material without the caps. Material is equal to enemy.agricolor. But yeah, that's on enable as well. Get component state machine. Yes, yes, good. Now, if we go to the state machine, which is our huge, big wall of 300 bits of lines of code, I'm sorry. I'm not. I do this. All right. I can make it a little easier to view, though, by minimizing that initializer. But that's small enough. I don't need to go crazy here. Set state is something that it's kind of notorious to me at the moment. We can get rid of this because now we know that it just kind of happens and there's no real way around it, because of the fact that we disable the current state before we swap it and then re-enable it as a way to ensure that it is, you know, safely changing those variables out. Doing that means that there's a little lilt, like there's about a few frames worth of null reference, technically, because with it being disabled, that means that current state is, like, at that point null. Before we assign new state to equal the current state and re-enable it. So we can get rid of this, is all that was explaining. Saving that goes ahead. Upstate stuff, excellent. So one of the things that we have here happening is in our update, search state, patrol state, attack state, where it, because of the health script, enemy health. Yep, I set it to true constantly. Okay. Okay, but it does find, might have to read later. Because it should automatically find the closest object, but it keeps on going to, which health ball does it go? It goes to health ball 7. That's the last one on the list. Anyway. And current, not E. Enemy. Where the hell are the other states at, though? Oh, that's... Okay, so... Oh no! Has to be the current, what do you call it? Equal to, what was the goddamn... Oh, I have it here. Find health state, yeah, that does exist. But is it private? Ow. Ow. Sorry. Only thing I can think of right now, and my brain is so fried after doing so... I was up until actually, I forgot to mention. I was up until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning doing pretty much this last night. Like, I have not been able to really game until after midnight on most nights already, but it's been getting ridiculous, especially since I topped off a week of my own time for school by buying my tickets to fly out to visit my family a week before class technically ends. But that's simply because I am confident that even if I get just barely a C on my finals, on all of my classes, I should still be maintaining like B to B, hopefully. They're not lying to me. All right. Find enemy dot find. Yeah, there you go. So current state cannot be equal to that find health state. Not, then we set that. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, and then, oh, all right. Still works. Still works. Good. So good. I hope. Let's find out. We're gonna turn those off. Clear on those, and hey, try it again. Try it back. They're moving. They're grooving. They are not obeying. You should have stopped. But they always stop right at their patrol point. So weird. It's only that first time. From then on, they obey. One. We go. Two. Uh-oh. Interesting. They did not color change. Okay, now they're color changed. They are properly color swapped now, and we are still having the problem. Like, it's already visible there because I can see that they're all running to the same spot, and that one guy that was there did not trigger it. Why? ¿Por qué? ¿Me lo dices? Explícalo. Why does this guy not have Oh no, did I just do that with one of the guys? Yeah, that's right, I did do it with just one. It was this one, right? Fine. It should be causing, you know, people to... Should go for the nearest one. I don't understand. Trying to get why getting the interaction. Layers to exclude layer overrides. Health ball 5. Health ball 5. Why are you yellow? Started yellow. Game, we hit it twice. It still looks like it's firing off by the thousands every time it happens. It's doing the same thing with Terror. It just keeps on cycling it, firing it off on at an update rate. So the reason that we never hit our break for enemy set find health becoming false and destroying the other game object, we now know. We also see that our health isn't being increased either when we use this. So void update health is not working to add to that, to add the amount. We're definitely colliding as, like, our player. Our player is colliding with this, and it works. Compare tag health, bam. Not bam, and then bam, it's destroyed. So I'm gonna put that break there, and then I'm gonna put that break there. I'm gonna kind of ignore the, get rid of all of them. I need to move around a bit during the dread light. Alright. Okay. I just came into contact with Health Ball 7, and it says that it is firing the update health. It says that other is now being checked as Health Ball 7, Unity Engine Sphere Collider. It got all the other information about it. Other game object has now been populated as the health ball. It is active. Not considered static. Is that a thing? Could that be a problem? The tag is there. Non-public members is static badge mode. And then the destroy game object, and it's gone. And now we're back, but our health has not updated. As we know, it'd be kind of a constant thing. Hang on. Let me add this on there as well, just to be certain. So we know that those are actually being reached, so let's see if this makes a difference. Because maybe it's just not reporting my health. And if it works for me, then there's no reason why it shouldn't work for the NPCs. Alright. There it is. My health increased. I was at 60, I'm at 70, so that proves it. That proves it, right? So our code is working. It is interacting. It is going ahead and like we're hitting that. But for some reason, some ungodly reason, no, not the health ball. Enemy. No way. What about a... This shouldn't be a thing. But we'll see. Let's see if this messes anything up, just having it on there. They're moving. They're schmoving. They're still doing their thing. Oh. I know that the text is too small for y'all to read, but I can see the text that says enemy found something and enemy found a health pack. Because he just took the health packs. He took the health packs. I need to... Okay, it works. Hang on, let me... Yo, one of these guys has 21 health now. Okay, so... I just went ahead and dealt damage to them again. He grabbed that. He's good. What about this guy, though? Yeah. And you're gonna go for another one. What is the determining factor for which ones you guys go for? I'm gonna look at their order here in a second because I think I might have a hint. So it went for this one when it was injured, which was health ball 6, and then it went straight for health ball 5. They're going in a reverse order. That explains why they went after 7 constantly, because 7 is right here. That's the one that they always go for. So for some reason, when they're looking for, when we type in find a game object with tag health, it's going up this list from the bottom up. That doesn't work for us. We need to enhance our enemy health script here a little bit. We're turning this into max health. Public int current health equal 1. Void start is going to be current health is equal to max health. We're going to hide current health in the inspector. Do hide at an inspector at a that's real. So by hiding it in the inspector but keeping it public, we have a way to access the health from external sources if needed. I'm just kind of at this point making a lot of things public because this is all going to be a small project anyway for the project's sake, but when I bring this forward to try and like fully make it, I might be doing this in Unreal. It depends. But I could use the practice in all of it. So that said, so we now have a max health value, a heal amount value, a current health value, and because of this, yep, that's what I thought. So print current health, and if current health, yeah. Yeah, perfect. Look at that. So we have this currently here, which is great, but we need to give it another little bit of a qualifier. If current health is less than max health. Now the reason we're doing this is because it just kind of needs to be. Because currently, as we saw, our enemy walked through these health orbs, and even though he was undamaged, it went ahead and snatched up those health orbs anyway. And then here's the big problem, is that it set its health higher than what it started with. We can't have that. Period. So we're going to go ahead and put that in update. And then we're also going to put if current health is greater than max health. There you go. You understand what I wanted. You understood the failsafe. Thank you, IntelliSense. Oh, am I not getting picked up? Hello? You guys? There's something that's not picking up, and I can guarantee it. What is going on? Why are you not showing up like where I need you? Let us refresh. Maybe close out the captions. Refresh. There. Hey, we got him. All right. Sorry about that. Holy crap! I don't know when those stopped. I apologize thoroughly. I always feel bad whenever I'm like saying that there's closed captionings and stuff like that. Technically, these are open captions too, because closed captioning requires me typing up everything ahead of time and then only speaking the things that are supposed to be on the captions. But this is open captioning software, or rather, it's an open captioning service, and as such, sometimes, especially since it's a free service, there's times where it will just not function as it's expected to, and I'm not mad about it. This is a free service, and it allows communication and accessibility. So, thank y'all, all the people that make these little free services and stuff like that, whether they are top-notch or a little lacking. Thank you for doing it. Thanks for taking the time and the effort. Thanks for not charging for it, unlike everyone else that's trying to charge for things that are literally given for free by nature, i.e. rainwater and air. You don't believe me? We already have canned air to clean computers. Just wait. The thought that Spaceballs might actually become a reality makes me want to drink heavily. But luckily, I don't embrace that little proclivity. Okay, so we put a little failsafe in here. So now, if our current health is less than max health, that is when we will be allowed to get the health packs and go ahead and find it and do all the stuff that we need to do for it. And I'm going to make a private int critical threshold. We set it equal to 5. And now wherever we had this number, we're going to do critical threshold. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. Health and, oops. And then one last one. Oh, wait. I need to cut that out. And then down here, we're going to do if current health is greater than, damn it, is greater than the critical threshold, Hmm. Know what? I can do it here. Because technically, this is my enemy health script. That destroying other game object isn't going to do shit to me, so I can go ahead and do a check for the health after. If current health is... God damn. My fingers are all over the place today. I'm sorry. Let's see. Also, I just realized I'm kind of short here. Usually when my head is down, I'm not, like, under the camera. I'm trying not to be. I thoroughly apologize. I promise it's not my posture making me, like, shrimp that way. I'm, like, just the way my camera is, like, up and elevated. If current health is greater than the critical threshold, why yes, at that point is when we would do the thing. Enemy set find health false. Now I think with these failsafes in place, I'm also going to go ahead and toss a little something for our health script here. Where, if that... Fine. And then if... current health is less than max health. That for neatness sake. So, for our character, whenever our character collides with another collider, if the other collider is health and our current health is less than our max health, we will be healed for heal amount. Hang on. I have one more thing to toss in there. That's crazy. If current health is greater than or equal to... Actually, if it's just greater than max health. Oops. Then we go ahead and set... Oh, we put current health is equal to max. That's only if our current health exceeds our max health. And now if health value text is not null, right after our update of health, yes. Okay. Should go in the appropriate order. Theoretically. Right? Go ahead and hit attach and play. First things first, I would like to move over here. And I'm actually going to keep moving a little bit. Take some damage myself. Alright. Oh, shit. Well, I'm going to take care of the... I'm going to check the health thing myself. For my character. I'm at 90. I'm actually going to be careful not to lose health right now. I'm at 100. Oh, I also see something else. My health bar isn't changing. My value is changing, but the health bar itself is not updating. Yeah, it won't let me, cool. That's actually really good. Ooh. Okay. Right, because they have... Okay, yeah. Makes sense. So if I just get rid of that component... everyone be injured. And I still have to take care of a particular little nuisance. Someone just went back to his full health. Right? I should be able to go to scene view and check that out, actually. Enemy... Your health is back at max. Your health is back at max. And the other guy is also back at max. So, it looks like they all go for the same one. Like I said, they're going through an ascending order from the bottom of my hierarchy up when they're looking for the health tagged objects. So I think I need to go ahead and create some logic that tells these things to... I'm going to need to wind up creating like a list or an array, kind of the same way I did with the waypoints. I'm going to have to create, on start, create an array of all the health that the enemies will go ahead and like know of right off the bat. I'm going to have to... I think I'm going to put it in the enemy state find health script, so that way it's a part of that script. And I think I need it to make an array or list of all of the available health tagged objects. Find all objects with tag health. And then whenever we are actively in our state of finding health, we'll have to do a distance to health calculation, which we can honestly rip from our attack script, I think. No, not attack. Like right in our, it's either in our state machine or in our patrol script. Yeah, check player distance. So if I have this for checking player distance, so I could theoretically grab that, toss it over to my my enemy state search script and modify it to, instead of looking for a player, it'll look for health. I think it'll have to be I'll have to modify the coroutine as well, so that way it does a for each loop. So for each what do you call it? For each health tagged object in the list or array, it'll check the distance. And then when we enter find health state mode, it's going to also like get the closest distance one and go for that one. Oh my god. Yeah. All right, now that we've spoken it all into existence, let's go ahead and do this. So we're going to copy this. We're going to go down to our enemy state search. I'm going to drop this right here. Holy crap. Let me do better. Make sure I actually grab the I enumerator. Check health distance. Check aid distance. Check aid distance. This can be distance to health, that's fine. Oh, where did I put the logic for that? That should still be in the state machine as well. Get player distance, right? There it is. We're gonna say get aid distance and float distance, transform position, and Alright, here's the part where it starts to get dicey, because I always have trouble with lists and stuff. be of what? Of the health tag game. Next, right? Also, this is the wrong thing, I just realized. That's enemy state search, which searches for us, the player. Enemy state escape. Find health. This is what we want. Oh. Now let's go ahead and get aid distance. And then here is where we go ahead and want to make our arrays and lists and stuff. So let's say it's a, you know what, I'm gonna want to see this. Public list game object health packs. I guess I can leave that as is right now. And then on void start, first things we want to do, I guess, is packs dot add, or rather, oh wait, that would be for everything in the list already. Hang on. Add. Find. Find objects of type all. Let me tag. Where's the tag logic thingamabobber? Why is my brain having issues? Tag health, and that should actually start. Right. Find game object with tag blah blah blah. Find game objects with tag health. Doesn't exist in the current. Hold on. Oh, do you need that as a cap? Cannot be converted to. I need to actually move this over because it's doing the thing where it just cuts off half of my visible thing. Okay. No, that's not the type of start we want. Okay, so I see. Not game objecty. Returns an array. Yes. So what if we do that? No, you won't let me? Game object array health pack. Now let me take a look at what this can actually do. Dun, 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 dun. Health packs. What if I do this and say health packs array game object is equal to find I need to do game objects first. Game object dot find. Why aren't you giving me this? Suddenly it's gone. Thing. Of course. Tag, find game objects with tag. Health. No problem, right? Yeah, we did it. All right, cool. I have issues when it comes to doing things with arrays and lists and stuff. The problem. Working on it. As you can see, we've worked on it. Okay, so now that I've written that out, that means that our enemy state of find health should also automatically update to a, what do you call it? It should update an array of health packs that has all of the health packs in it. So, what we want to do is distance to health is supposed to be a float, right? Should be a here should be a float that we put up here, right? Yep, distance. That means that we have to make one quick public float that we can hide. Float that we can hide in the inspector, exactly like we have here. Hide an inspector. Public float distance to health. By having that wrap, we put it in the wrong thing. Find health, there it is. All right, we have that. So now that we have We'll create a variable. For the transform, and we'll have to create a variable up here on enable. That'll pull from the health packs array, which should technically be updated. Yep. Put an update in the find health. When they get destroyed, they should be removed from the. Is synchronized. We can synchronize it to things. Not what we're. Let me stop bouncing, because that's exactly what I'm doing, is bouncing around between a bunch of different things based off of little red lines that I'm seeing. Brain. Also, I have very little time left to really, like, fuck with this level. I have to submit this in, like, an hour. Siri, set an hour timer. Perfect. No stress. State find health. For each. For each game object. Damn, I forgot how to do the for each loop. Hang on. Kind of an important loop. Like I'm using my second reference of the day. 2 out of 3. Have an array of objects that are array is called health packs. Like this coroutine to check that's the actual yes. Yes. There we go. Each health pack health ball in health pack. You know what? I'm gonna call them health balls. Health balls everywhere. Excellent. Those do get a see if we can rework this. Yeah. Okay, so theoretically, for float get a distance, it would have to be closest distance for each game of health ball and balls. can work this. Good lord, let me work this. Okay, so distance of this. So if we were to do that, an identifier. Okay. Fine. Problem. All right, so we're looking for, instead of float distance, now we're looking for float closest distance. And this is going to require crazier math than shit like this. So it'll have to be a math f dot infinity, because we are going to have a particular range, right? Then we are going to get rid of this return distance, because we're going to have a different type of return down the line, don't worry. So our next step here is to go ahead and make our for each loop that we were trying to do from the start, which is going to be a little different than what we have below. But not too different, because we're still going to do game object health ball in health balls. Yes, all right. And next we want to get that float distance. So the vector 3.distance of enemy.transform position health ball.transform position. Some bitch. One of the things that I wind up encountering issues with logistically in my head whenever I'm trying to type out code is the various ways that code responds to like naming conventions and how it like views everything. Because to me, if I'm telling it to look for any game object that we're going to call a health ball within the health balls game object array, I'd assume that everything within the array that has, you know, the same type is just going to be a health ball, right? And now as a result of this, I am kind of fucking losing my mind. Game object. Ag. Nope, the wrong kind of thing. That's all TMP Pro stuff. Event tags, entity tags. I'm getting annoyed. And I know I can do this and do that and whatever, but it's not going to pan out the way I want it to right now. Because this... where I have zero. I know. That's why AI is just conversational right now and doesn't actually work, but it is a reference. Show me my fixed result. Really didn't change anything at all. I am getting very, very annoyed with this. I'm gonna have to skip this check. I'm gonna skip this for right now. This is gonna push me way too into the deep end. Like, I only have another like less than an hour to really get this shit like done, because I still have to type up a readme. And actually, you know what? I did actually outright say that I was going to be ending stream an hour early because of the fact that I have this time crunch and that I know that I am not going to be in an entertainment and focusing mindset on a stream when I am currently like facing down a fucking deadline for a final for my, you know, collegiate future. So as a result of that, very sorry, but we're going to have a very abrupt end because I now need to lock in and really enter like the avatar state as only an ADHD person at the end of a deadline can. So ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you for participating today, and that is almost exclusively Abman. Thank you very much for being here, brother. I appreciate you, and I hope that you appreciate being here and seeing whatever kind of craziness I'm doing, my slow breakdown and mental decay as the school year comes to an end. And I hope that you are having a better time of it than I. With all that said and done, ladies and gentlemen, I will see y'all in the next one. Stay frosty.